Greetings, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. You know, I get in weird debates all the time, especially off YouTube. Sometimes I'm right, sometimes I'm wrong. One of the weirdest friendly discussions, not really a debate, I had with the fellow summoner was there are people out there, I would guess a very small percentage of the community, that were convinced that this early access bundle buff was just a temporary one. And I think that's one of the most bizarre arguments that goes against everything Kabam has shown us historically for the past several years. So, just logged into the game for the first time today, and what do you know? It's here to stay. Now, there's also another theory. Again, I don't understand why people have these theories that because this month was controversial because of the sexual orientation of the two main featured champions, that they knew that their sales would be low. No, let me tell you this. Their sales have been remarkably low for the last year, especially because they buffed everything but this offer. And it was not worth $50 at all. When you consider that for $5 on multiple days, as we saw last week, you can still get $5 Nexus crystals, right? Two $5 Nexus crystals. If you were to do the math on that, right? 2 crystals for $5. That's 20 crystals for $50. 20 Nexus crystals for $50. And for the longest time, it was just 5 featured cabs, which give you almost no chance at Wiccan, right? No chance at a 5 or 6 star. 1.5% and 0.3%. Not gonna happen for the average summoner. And then this was 1,000 6-star shards, and then 3 greater champion boosts. Now, what's really exciting about this offer is, of course, if you buy both, you guarantee not only that you get the 5-star, but you awaken that 5-star. This has also led to another theory that I'm worried actually has a lot more weight than the temporary buff of this early access bundle, and that is the idea that since they're giving out 5 stars and awaken 5 stars for $50/$100, that Act 8 is going to have a restriction like Act 6 did with 4 stars, where you can't bring in 5 stars. I talked about this with KT1, and he agreed there's a chance they could do that, but what he suggested is something that I hope happens, and that's they just further incentivize using 6 stars, but they don't penalize you for using 5 stars. We saw so many videos, especially on this channel, submitted, where you had people who beat the final Act 7 boss of Kang with a 5-star Human Torch, a 5-star Ultron. One of the latest ones that I've commentated on my channel this week is a 5-star Awakened Cable with that wonderful Apocalypse synergy to double the stacks of Degeneration. Like, the idea that 5 stars are the new 4 stars, one of the dumbest arguments of all time, because the health pool and the attack pool are large enough, especially when you have somebody that you can so easily and much cheaper take not only Awaken, but take up to max Sig 200 as a 5-star. They're just going to be able to clear content. When you know that 5 stars have done the Abyss and the Gauntlet, and you name it, obviously the Eternity of Pain is the latest rendition of the quote-unquote hard content. But I do suspect that this is the permanent thing. We're going to get this message every 2 weeks. That first Thursday of the new month and that third Tuesday, which is today, of that month. So it's just like clockwork. And if I was running Kabam's marketing team, this is exactly what I would do too. I expected them to buff it with the 6-star shards. I did not expect them to give us a guaranteed 5-star. That was unbelievably historic and really has changed the nature of the game. And if you don't believe me, just look at the 5-star featured scores for the champion in the arena. I'm guessing that quite a few people who used to grind for the 5-star now just buy the early access bundle and then just get milestones in the arena, for example. I mean, that's the smart, cheaper thing to do. If you ask how many fights it takes to get a summoner, say, 50 million points in an arena, and how many hours it is versus just spending $50, and on top of that, you still get the crystals and everything else, it's a no-brainer, really, for somebody who has the money, at least. But yeah, again, Cavalier is now the cutoff. Uncollected, which I always thought was fascinating, still gets the 4-star and the 1,000 6-star shards and the 3 Greater Champion boost. And I've seen people say, well, if it's the same price, that's BS. No, they actually have a patent that allows them legally to do this. And on top of that, they want to motivate people, particularly before July 4th weekend sales, to progress their accounts. So, you uncollected players, it's about time you become Cavalier. Cavalier players, Thronebreakers, you're going to have to break your wallet on July 4th, but you know what it takes. 3 rank 4 6 stars, which is a big ask. Trust me, I know. Well, there you have it. It is here to stay. Sorry, doubters, but I don't think this is a June thing. I think this is a 2022 permanent thing because they're making so much more money, and rightfully so, for the guaranteed 5-star. Let's just hope that 5 stars aren't restricted now because they're so much easier to get.